In this video we are going to talk about top 10 best places to visit in Poland. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Poland has a nearly 1,000-year history, beautiful medieval architecture, evidence of the devastation of World War II, and castles and palaces scattered throughout the nation. However, this historic nation is also home to enormous national parks, mountains, and lakes, as well as apparently infinite paths that wind through unspoiled wilderness just waiting to be discovered. Whatever your reason for visiting Poland, use our list of the top destinations to find the most beautiful spots. Number 10. Torun. The history of Torun, one of Poland's oldest cities, dates back to the 8th century. The city's medieval central market, as well as its numerous Gothic homes and wood-beam 16th-century structures, are still surviving since Torun wasn't bombed or destroyed during World War II. The astronomer Nicolaus Copernicus was born in one of these homes, which has since been turned into a museum showcasing the scientist's life and contributions. The other must-see attraction in the area is Museum Piernika, which is devoted to a Polish specialty of gingerbread and offers hands-on baking opportunities for guests. Since the entire Old Quarter is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it's a terrific place to walk about and get lost in narrow lanes to learn about the local architecture and culture. This is where the 13th-century Teutonic fortress of Torun is located. It is mostly destroyed, save for the sewer tower and cellars, and a neighboring watermill. Number 9. Zalupy Village. The folkloric flower murals that adorn nearly every structure in the little village of Zalupy are its most distinctive feature. This custom was first practiced more than a century ago by local women who decorated soiled surfaces with vibrant patterns using a powdered dye and milk mixture. Many inside rooms, including walls and furniture, as well as practically every cottage, barn, fence, and even St. Joseph's Church, are painted in this manner today. The House of the Women Painters is arguably the most beautiful of the many adorned houses. A folk museum has been established in the former residence of Felicia Kurilowa, a painter from Zalupy who gained fame in the early 20th century. Her entire house, both inside and out, is covered in floral paintings. Visitors even have the opportunity to try their hand at it as the museum displays the history of the custom and how the flowers are painted. Number 8. Gdansk. Poland's principal seaport is located in the historic city of Gdansk, which is situated directly on a bay of the Baltic Sea. The majority of the city's historic Royal Road neighborhood, which originates to the 17th century, has been exquisitely conserved. The city gates, the prison tower, and a number of merchant homes are some of the prominent buildings in this area. St. Mary's, the largest brick church in the world, the star-shaped Wisławski Fortress, and the Gdansk Nowy Port Lighthouse are all located in Gdansk. Number 7. Ojkow. The entrance to Ojkow National Park is in the tiny settlement of Ojkow, which is located only 16 kilometers outside of Krakow. Ojkow, the smallest national park in Poland, is highly forested, has more than 400 caverns, 2 river basins, and towering limestone cliffs. More than 500 species of butterflies inhabit the park in spring and summer. They take over the pathways and the blossoming valleys and are a sight to behold. The Renaissance castle at Pieskowa Skała and the ruins of a Gothic castle, both of which are located inside the park's boundaries, are connected by Poland's most well-known tourism and hiking trail, the Trail of the Eagle's Nests, which links 25 castles and watchtowers. There are also 2 museums in the park, including a branch of the National Art Collection. Number 6. Bieszczady Mountains. The Bieszczady Mountains are a vast range that reaches as far as Slovakia and Ukraine. Their Polonina, a type of mountain meadow that is only found in the Carpathians, makes them special. The valleys and meadows are ideal for trekking because they gently slope up and down rather than being overly steep. One of the most well-known meadow routes, Polonina Wetlinska, has a summit elevation of 1,255 meters. It is a charming, easy climb that shouldn't take more than 2 hours. For those who want to extend their journey, a small guest house at the summit, the only one in the entire mountain range, offers refreshments, drinks, and a comfortable bed. Number 5. Bialowieza Forest Reserve. The Bialowieza Forest Reserve has unquestionably earned its classification as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is the greatest remaining portion of the ancient forest in Europe that originally covered much of the continent. The forest spans more than 1,400 square kilometers and is situated on the border between Poland and Belarus. Hikers can actually cross the border inside the forest. Bialowieza is a haven for birdwatchers, and enthusiasts can join excursions led by local ornithologists, but bison and other huge species also call the forest home. Number 4. Wrocław. Wrocław hasn't always been a Polish city. Over the years, it has belonged to the Kingdom of Bohemia, Prussia, and even Germany. Wrocław has only been formally a part of Poland since 1945, when the end of World War II altered several of the European continent's borderlines. A nice site to go to learn more about the city's history is the Lubomirski Museum, which covers a variety of World War II events as well as the city's assault by Nazi and later Soviet forces. With a chronology of Wrocław spanning the last 1,000 years, the Wrocław City Museum completes that history. The main market square, where St. Elizabeth's Church and the Old Town Hall are located, was first settled in Wrocław in the 13th century. The Pan Tadeusz Museum, with its multimedia Polish customs exhibits, is just a short distance away. Visitors can ride open-top vintage buses around the city during the summer. On foot, visitors can look for the roughly 350 miniature bronze statues of elves that are hidden around corners, on sidewalks, and atop lampposts throughout Wrocław. Number 3. Tatra Mountains. Although Slovakia controls the majority of the mountain range, Poland and Slovakia are naturally divided by the Tatra Mountains and National Park. Since there are no longer any borders separating the EU's member states, hiking between them is now simple. There are more than 270 kilometers of hiking routes on the park's Polish side. The Polish Tatras contain Ryzy, Poland's highest mountain. It is the highest Tatras peak in either country that may be climbed without a park guide, rising to 2,500 meters. Additionally, the park is home to approximately 600 caverns, the longest and deepest of which is the limestone Wielka Śnieżna cave system, which is 23 kilometers long, 824 meters. Number 2. Warsaw. After World War II, the capital of Poland was reduced to ruins. About 85% of its structures had been ruthlessly destroyed or reduced to ashes by Nazi forces. The city started a tremendous endeavor to rebuild its historic core utilizing the original designs as soon as the war was over. As a result, the merchant homes from the Baroque and Renaissance periods that you can see now are exact copies of the originals. Despite the fact that over 60 institutions still call the city home, World War II unfortunately resulted in the loss of treasures housed in palaces and museums. The only poster museum in the world, a World War II Warsaw Uprising Museum, a neon museum, and a museum of caricature are among the odd options available in Warsaw in addition to the art and history museums. Number 1. Krakow. Krakow, one of Poland's oldest cities, was populated as early as the 7th century. Krakow's old town core still sports its spectacular medieval architecture because the city avoided the majority of the World War II destruction that fell on other Polish cities. Both the Wawel Castle and the nearby Kazimierz Historic District, popularly known as the Old Jewish Quarter, have been named UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Around 40 urban parks can be found in Krakow, including the 19th-century Planty Park, which is 21 hectares in size and surrounds the city center in a green ring, and the Lasek Wolski Forest, which provides hiking and biking trails in a sizable woodland area only a short distance from the city center. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.